Judge, say something.
Ramona, can you see the courtroom?
No. No.
Do we need an interpreter? And that's an F. It's DA. CTX.
Okay, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. You ready?
Sure.
Okay, please. Mr. Williams, come on up, sir.
Yes. Okay, we're doing arraignments first and then I can help you with the.
So.
Okay.
I'll miss the docket.
Good morning, Mr. Williams. Sir, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
Thank you, Judge. On Intercept 225 in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to experience. Officers made contact with the defendant who had blood on his face, near his beard and lips, and denied that anything was happening. The officers then met with the complaining witness who had a large wound on the bridge of her nose and was still bleeding. Officers also observed blood on the hood of the car. The complaining witness stated that the defendant is her boyfriend who had come home and started asking her, where is the other guy at? And then proceeded to punch the complaining witness in the face, causing bleeding. That's it? Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, sir, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. There's a protective order that has been issued in this case. Get to know it. If you do something to violate the protective order, the state can and probably will file a violation of protective order. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. At this point, do we know whether she wants to have contact with him or not?
You just have one moment, Your Honor. There's a rip call.
I don't know if she wants to have contact with you or not. Until we know whether she does, I want to honor her wishes. If she doesn't want to have contact with you, I'm going to order you not to have contact with her. If she does, then we can modify the conditions. I just don't know at this point.
Your Honor, may I say, I spoke with her, as a matter of fact, yesterday. She reached out to me because she wanted to do an affidavit of non-prosecution, and she wanted this case to be dismissed, and she did want to have contact. Of course, I advised my client that there's a protective order in place, so regardless of what she wants, unless the judge gives permission, he couldn't. But from my understanding.
The state can confirm that, Your Honor.
You can confirm?
Wants contacts.
Okay, so I am going to order you at this point not to have any threatening or harassing contact with her. You need to understand that what is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think. I don't care what you think. It's what she perceives. So if you go like this to her, that is most certainly threatening, harassing, and it can land you right back in jail. There's a lot of vindictive people in this life, and I don't know what kind of relationship you have with her. But if it's something that you're constantly butting heads, I would be very careful, because she calls and makes the slightest, you're the one that's going to end up back in there. Do you understand? All right. So what we'll have you do?
That's a different picture, different.
Oh, this is not that. Okay. So I'll modify the bond condition. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the residential restriction. However, everything in this order still applies, and the stuff that you shouldn't do anyways. So make sure you read it and know what it is. You have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with her. If she tells you that she can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, you pick up a new case or you become a danger to my community, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? Good. I hope so. All right. So we'll have you sign a reset. Don't leave until you sign our bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
May I
Yes,
be- Thank you, sir.
So can you file no threatening or harassing, please?
Yes, Your Honor. No weapons.
And no weapons, right?
It looks like Attorney Wolford is one of these two. So I printed out a copy of the law for the defendant signed with the country plan. It's very small.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, as long as he's fine, I'm good.
Thank you.
Okay.
You will need to come in,
Sorry, I didn't know this.
you'll need to come in and sign for a new law on the previous case, because the one that he signed previously in February already expired.
Okay.
You took-
Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Judge, page 17, Fuller. I'm sorry, Fuller, come on up. For this one, there was a co-defendant, Allen. Can I get the case number for that one?
Yes, Your Honor.
How old are you, Mr. Pullard? 21. Okay. Are you here with anyone today? Good. What, do you have the cause number for the co-defendant?
Yes, Your Honor. Sorry, so working on the law. The cause number, Your Honor, is going to be 255-9110. And 255-9112.
They're disposed.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor, that's correct, but those cases have been dismissed.
Okay. Mr. Pullard, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. On April 7, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officers theft shoplifting call and an off-duty officer who had detained the defendant and a co-defendant. The off-duty officer was informed by mall security that the co-defendant had stolen merchandise from Zumiez and passed all points of sale and ran out of the store. The co-defendant then ran to a car in the parking lot where the defendant and another individual were located. So he blocked in the vehicle and were able to detain the defendant and the co-defendant. Officers found a handgun in the glove compartment of the vehicle. Then stated the handgun belonged to them. And the officers observed a strong odor of marijuana.
The officer's what?
Observed the strong odor of marijuana.
Okay.
The defendant did state he had weed or marijuana in his pocket. The officers retrieved a bag of a leafy green substance from the defendant's pocket.
So he's a passenger though, right? Or was he the driver?
I believe he was the driver. Let me make sure that's correct, Your Honor. He was in the driver's seat. That's correct.
Mr. Pullard, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Can you run his license, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you do in life these days, sir?
I just finished electrician school out in Port Arthur. I just
Great.
recently moved back to Houston.
Did you get your license or no?
The only thing I have from the school was like an OSHA 10 certification, but and basic training of electrician, but it's more classes I have to take to
Get
get
on it, doggone it. What are you waiting for? You know?
It's just a lot. I had a lot of family issues going on with like moving back and forth from Houston and Beaumont. Where I was staying at in Beaumont, our house, during the storm, it messed up, but I was only staying out there because of the school. But now our house, it's getting
Are
repaired.
you living here in Houston now? Okay, I'm going to appoint your lawyer today, Mr. Pollard. I don't want you to get in any more trouble and I don't want you to use. You're not to be in possession of weapons. I'm going to test you 50 days from today. If I find that you're using, it's not going to go well for you. You understand? I don't want you hanging out with the co-defendant in this case as well. You know, it just, you're on a fast track to nowhere. You have the opportunity to get a really good job. Electricians can make, I mean, a killing if you do it well and you get on it young while you're now. But you're on, I'm telling you, this is not a good way to start. Do you understand? So I'm bringing you back in 2 weeks and I want to see what you have done to further your electrician career. Get back into school, get back into so you can get your license. Do you understand?
Your Honor, his driver's license is eligible.
Great. You may drive as long as you have liability insurance as well. You cannot drive unless you have car insurance. Do you understand? I'm making that a condition of your bond as well. Okay, so to test in 50 days, no alcohol, no illegal drugs, and back in 2 weeks to see what he's done for school or work. Okay, all right, I'm going to appoint your lawyer today. You're going to sign a receipt with Victoria. You'll meet with Anthony for pretrial services, and then we'll have you take your seat in the jury box. Please.
This way. Judge, counsel is approaching for page 20. Santa Bonilla.
Yeah. Are you doing a plea?
No, this is an arraignment, but I also have a plea.
Santimanes?
Is an arraignment.
109 days old.
Yes, apparently, we just got hard on this case. Apparently, he was supposed to come to his first setting. But he tells me he couldn't get a ride, so he didn't come. So here we are. He posted a new bond. So it's as though we're starting over. So I just need to look at the discovery and then we'll go from there, Judge. It's a .079, .076.
For
Expired.
Santimanes, you are charged with driving while intoxicated. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
Judge, on December 27, 2024, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to Fleischer Street and Allenville Road to back up an officer on traffic stop. Law enforcement officer had stopped the defendant's motor vehicle for expired registration and loud noise and vibration. The law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant, the driver, and the law enforcement officer observed the defendant spraying cologne over his body several times. He also observed the odor of an alcoholic beverage, red watery eyes, slurred speech, and the defendant stated that he was drinking alcohol at an unspecified time with some friends at a trailer park. The defendant's girlfriend requested they meet, which is why he was driving. The defendant consumed 3 bottles of 12-ounce Modelo beer approximately 1 hour prior to the law enforcement officer contact. Steroid spray test was administered, and the officer observed 4 to 6 on the HGN, 4 to 8 on the walking turn, 4 to 4 on one leg stand. And while administering the HGN, the defendant had a distinct side-to-side sway. During
You
the
say side to side sway?
correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
During the walking turn, the defendant used his arms to balance for the entire test and hopped to maintain balance for approximately 2 seconds. The defendant consented to a breath test and to .076 and .073.
Okay, Mr. Santibanes, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Any prior to DWIs? Does he have a license?
He does not, Your Honor.
No prior to DWIs and his license is still.
Okay, as long as you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name, you may continue to drive. I am ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using alcohol or illegal drugs, it will not go well for you. I will put you in jail. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they can put an immigration detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in there until this case is over with and then you get shipped off to immigration. Do you understand?
Yes.
So your case is now 109 days old. We don't set cases very long after for trial, so get ready. Do you understand? Okay.
Yes.
I'll have you sign a receipt with Victoria. After that, we'll have you meet with Pritchall and then you're good to go. Thanks, Marcos.
Thank you, Judge. And then for my plea, you want me to wait?
That was the last arraignment. Judge.
No, okay.
Let's do it. And then I think, Jesse, you have one too. We'll get to her.
It's Chirinos, Chirinos. May I call him up?
Chirinos, come up. Actually, Jesse, let's do both of yours. Why not? Yeah. We might as well kill two birds with one stone.
This is William Hernandez.
Okay.
I need a consent.
Okay. Gentlemen, this way. Both of them?
Yeah.
Okay, both of them.
Okay, one at a time. Rápido. Hernandez, Quinteros.
The test results from yesterday. It's tested yesterday and going for the day. It is 2, 5, 3, 4. And then 7. All right, the same.
La señorita de aquí, que la va a interpretar
Both are true first, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Interesará si tienes las consecuencias.
Both of you are charged with criminal cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. Both of you have breaths over 0.15. That makes it now a Class A misdemeanor. You are facing a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Both of you have negotiated plea bargain agreements for essentially slaps on the wrist. After today, each of you will be facing 90 days in jail for any other DWIs that you pick up. And I will tell you now, if you were ever in a car, you get pulled over, first thing officers do is they look at your record. If they see that you have prior DWIs and they go up to your window and they smell alcohol or dope, it's probably not going to go well for either of you. So if I were you, I would never get into a car and drive, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, because you're taking a huge risk, especially if you're not in this country with permission. Do each of you understand?
Yes, yes, sir.
Minimum of 90 days in jail from now on. No more slaps on the wrist. Both of you give up a lot of rights by entering into these agreements. You're pleading guilty to these charges. They will go on your record. They will be there forever. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. Both of you give up the right to appeal as well, meaning that once you plead guilty, there's no changing. Do each of you understand?
Yes, sir.
Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How do you, each of you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated?
Guilty, sir. Guilty,
I
sir.
want you to understand that everybody makes mistakes. When you continue to make mistakes, when you endanger other people's lives, that's when we really come down hard on you. There is a $4,500 surcharge that would normally apply with these types of cases. I understand that mistakes happen, and I will take it off of you now. But if you make another mistake and you pick up another DWI, a second DWI, it's a surcharge of $6,000. And if you don't pay it, Every $100 you owe, you sit 1 day in jail, not to mention the minimum 90-day sentence that there is. So get a clue. If you want to drink 32 beers, 52 shots of tequila, take an Uber or find another way to get around. Do you understand? I'm going to suspend both of your ability to drive for 90 days. Do not drive. Otherwise, you will be back here. Mr. Chirinos, I'm going to sentence you to 6 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 2 days that you have done. Mr. Hernandez, I'm going to sentence you to 3 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 1 day that you have done. Good luck to you, gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Vamos.
Sure. Hi. Okay, who's your guy?
Fuentes Lobo, and I got the contract now. They sent the contract this morning. Yeah.
So we'll give you 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
Okay. If it's not done by that point, I'm going to bring this person back day for day until they get it
I
done.
told them.
Good.
Okay.
Thanks. Have fun.
Council reset.
Hey, come on up.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes. Pretty.
How are you?
Hi.
Mr. Guillermo Gonzalez.
Dallas?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We're here for an update on the DWI PTI. We just received the contract. We're going to be discussing it,
Okay.
signing it, and then I'll be sending it to the DA's office.
So you still have to get the interlock and pay the DA fee, right?
No, I just received the contract. Sitting there, received the contract. So we're going to be discussing it, signing it, notarizing it, and then I'll be sending it to the DA's office so that they can.
We need time for the
Yes,
interlock.
exactly.
Right, okay, so we'll give you 2 weeks.
He'll be signing a no driving affidavit because he doesn't have a driver's license, so
Okay.
he'll get the portable device or the scan, whatever they decide.
Yeah, okay. We'll give you a couple weeks. Okay.
Yes,
Thanks, Sylvia.
please, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Blaze, sorry, are y'all going next door now? Are you?
Yeah, we got a panel coming down now, Your Honor. So
Maybe it'll cave. You never
I
know.
don't know when, you know how that goes, but.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you.
All right, we can still hear.
Hey, do not try to talk to the prosecutors. Sit down. Where you going? I mean,
All right, one inside.
Yes, I do. Don't know. This is the exact what this. It's so. That's why.
You have those waiver strips?
These? Oh, I see. Yeah. I didn't see it. Yeah.
That's gotta be the cheapest fast. The other developers pay, but like, he said. Yeah, I'll put that, so we can pay this.
Oh, my God. I must Yelly picked up another case. Ah.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Sorry. You made it wrong.
What was the last name? Okay, what are you waiting for? Is it a restitution or dismiss? All right, how is May 20th to the 22nd? No, how is, let's see. May 13th or the 15th? 14th, all right, please adjourn pending. You're welcome.
Oh, that's the super charge. Second. Yeah, yeah. I think it's very good. And without the.
If you put one, it was her, Eric Bones.
That's okay. So they got you.
We should do that very long. That's just similar to I'll give you very, the more considerable types of. Yeah, just get through in there and go ahead. Yeah, you're right. 40 comes to. You should. He wants me to. Yeah.
Your new ones? So it's just very few hours to a week or it's probably not going to do the research. It's gonna be your
Robert, myself, we follow. Yes, yes.
For a job and you're not back and my job is
Is that one of the other case, the non-new ones, I got your normal?
What?
Hey, Judge, just approaching on Josue Bueno. He says that he got drug tested yesterday and that his results came back clean. I've not independently verified that, but. Josue Bueno?
Bueno was presumptive negative.
Can I get a standard reset on him, Judge?
EVR was for missing a test, right?
Yes, Judge.
Let him know that in March, that if he misses again, I will issue a warrant. But
Yes, Judge. And
standard
he's
reset.
right there in the jury box.
Come up. Stop talking to everyone. Do you understand? Please. If you miss again, it's not going to go well. Do you understand? If they call you, you have to go test. Next time you miss, a warrant issues. Okay? All right. Got it, Judge.
I'll go back to the proceeding.
Yes.
I know that take challenges. Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Williams, you can help us. Coordinator. That's just gonna be, of course, work records. 12 o'clock. Yeah, I wouldn't. That's what I just let it go. See what happens. Just sign right. Yes.
I wonder.
Eric Williams, come on up.
So also can change it to. Oh, no, I had a discharge, the one that we had on the model, you know, that is, you know, let's just say, I'm gonna super later. This is. Yes, man, thank you so much. So, yeah.
You're on my approach on the case. Judge, I've got Zandre Smith. He's set for bond forfeiture today, I believe. I've not been able to get in touch with him.
Okay.
Unless he appears today.
I'll end up revoking it.
We're waiting to send him the testing while you're on it.
Oh, he's testing?
No, if he appears, he hasn't appeared.
Oh, yeah.
I believe he's been failing to report to probation.
Right. So did we file a motion to revoke?
For Mr.
Smith?
There's Zandre Smith.
There's a motion.
There's a current motion to adjudicate, Judge, based on his new law violations.
So I'm going to revoke all of them then. So on the UCW, yeah, I mean, I'm going to wait till the end of docket to see if he shows up, but if he doesn't show up by the end of docket, it'll be. 15,004 or do 15,004
For which one, Judge?
UCW.
Unlawful carrying.
Yeah, he's on deferred for the unlawful carrying, and it's in, there's a current motion.
Okay.
On the AFM, 5,004, as with the criminal trespass, 5,004. And then I'll give you a heads up and I'll text you if he ends up showing up.
Yes, Judge, I can always zoom on if, okay, thank you, Judge.
The previous one was Smith and Sandal last year.
Okay, please.
There's two motions. One was
Okay, if Smith shows up, I'll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it in the notes. All right, all right. Thank you. Sorry, position. Yeah.
We had last week, we didn't sign, we had a couple of days. Here today, he previously signed a note in February and it expired, I guess.
Let's sign the, yeah, I wanted to sign another one.
It's fine, okay.
Yeah.
I have it in here, so once he comes up, I'll sign it.
Okay.
So it's either images or yeah, you want to read that on stage. Yeah, and then it's I think. Yeah.
I'm here today on Mr. Devontae Bullock. He was the gentleman that was sent over to take a drug test yesterday, and he's returned to court.
Bullock. Next door, I think they are.
Bullock, Your Honor, Bullock was presumptive positive for THC and is pending a lab confirmation.
Okay.
And he's here in the back of the court.
And he did disclose to us that he had utilized THC recently.
Hello, Mr. Bullock. You now stand charged with another burglary of a motor vehicle. So they now have you on 2 charges of burglary of motor vehicle. I'm telling you that I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my public. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. You go out there, you start acting a fool. It's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? I just set someone's bond now at nearly $30,000 because they're out there running amok. Don't do it. I'm going to test you 50 days from today. If I find that you continue to use, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? We need to do probable cause on the new B&B because we haven't done it. So do you mind? On the new case,
The failure to ID.
no. So there is a failure to ID. There's one BMV, and I guess later on in the day goes out and allegedly has another BMV.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
On April 7th, 2025, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a burglary call in Harris County, Texas, and met with the complaining witness, who stated that around 6 a.m. he heard his car alarm going off and observed 2 males wearing all black making entry into his vehicle. Another law enforcement officer that was dispatched to that location observed 2 males matching the description in the same area, and the defendant had complaining witness's key fob on his person that was in the middle console of the vehicle. I believe when they broke it.
So that's how they put him, because he's got someone else's key fob.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Then he was identified by mobile AFIS.
I think I need to get a title to that third one.
We'll attach it to it now. Yeah. So do you want to file I guess another one because he has a new case?
Your
The
Honor.
one in Fort 16?
Yeah. Or I guess we need to get it over here. You want to do a transfer? Okay. Yeah. You
That
want
was what I was gonna say. On mine, it was still showing.
Yes. I don't want you out in the middle of the night. I'm going to put a monitor on your ankle so I know where you are at all times. I don't want you to have any contact with the complaining witnesses in this case, and I don't want you to go anywhere where they live. You pick up a fourth case, I'm going to go haywire. Do you understand? What are you doing with yourself these days?
No, I'm gonna finish school and I'll think about joining the
Not while you have all these cases open. Did you not get enough sleep last night? What-
Not really.
While these cases are open, you must either have a job or get back into school full time. When you have too much time on your hands, you become self-destructive. And the days of you just sitting doing nothing are not going to happen. I'm bringing you back in 2 weeks and I want to see what you have done to get a job. If you have done nothing, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? Do you have an ID? Okay, I want you to start going and applying for as many jobs as you can, or you get back into school. While these cases are open, military is not going to take you. I don't think if that's something that you want to go do, that would be great because that would give you great structure, which you probably really need. I mean, the military would be a fantastic idea for you that would really, could potentially put you on a career path that could just lead you to the clouds, really. What you're doing now, you're charged with 2 counts of burglary. You know what that'll do to your career? Who hires burglars? No. You think you won't even get financial aid with that kind of stuff? Really, it will hose your whole career. So for now, you must either get a full-time job, start looking into going back into school, but you doing nothing, it's not going to happen. Do you understand? All right. So what we'll do is we'll bring him back in 2 weeks. We'll see what he's done. I'm going to test you 50 days. Don't use. And I'm giving you a curfew of 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you're out past curfew, I will revoke all of your bonds. They're going to go high. Okay. Thanks. All right. Take care, Mr. Bullock. James Pons.
Yeah, just got your email about Miss Ford. But it's marijuana, so I mean, it could have been before. She's only been on bond like a month.
But I want her to know that I'm going to test her so she just can't continue to use. I didn't see what it was actually, so I'm just not.
That's what I'm saying. What if I tell her, hey, you came positive. There's going to be another test. The judge can tell if you're using.
Let me see.
Continue using. I can have her come to court, but I just think the issue's probably that she just was put on bond a few weeks ago.
My only thing is that it bears a little more weight when it comes from me versus just you. But if you want to do that, then I'm with you. But I'm going to test her 50 days from the day that she took that last test.
I agree with you. So let's come back Thursday, or I'll bring her Thursday.
Yep.
Because this case is the case.
I'm not going to ding on it, right? But I want her to know that she just can't use.
But her arraignment was a little bit different because we were talking about the probable cause because she was found sleeping in a tow truck.
I remember the case.
Okay, so that's her. So I had to call her and say, hey, your case wasn't dismissed, even though my argument was excellent.
It was.
Right. They denied our request. So she was like, she didn't have formal like, she didn't get a reset, I didn't talk to her afterwards, so.
So bring her in, so let's talk and then.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, everybody will be.
Hi, counsel.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm here on Mr. David Prado. The case is about 174 days old, so we can talk.
Prego?
Prado, P-R-A.
Okay, I see.
Yes, Judge, I believe the DA's office wants to follow up with the complainant. They're also made an offer to make the case go away with BIP classes, online BIP classes.
BIP.
I'm hoping online because I know this, 18 classes can be a lot.
You see which one?
No, Your Honor.
You do me a favor, if you don't mind, please. Our chief is across the way because they're chiefless in 7. If you can just find out which BIP class it is, and then if it's the online one, we'll give you some time. Whereas we have to micromanage more the 18-week because it's just such a big headache to get it done.
And just for your knowledge, just for this particular case, there are no medical records, no ER, no wounds. I think feelings will hurt more than anything else.
And that's why you probably got the offer you did,
Right, exactly.
I want to know, or do you want to ask? You want to go and ask?
No, Judge. I just reached out to him. I'll see if he responds.
Yeah, he's over there now, so.
Yeah, you want me to pull him to the side, Judge?
Because I'm giving you different resets based on which one it is.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm going to give you, if it's the BIP, the 18-week, I'm going to give you a longer reset versus the other one. That's why.
Okay, Judge.
Please.
Thank you.
Sylvia. Oh, you need him? Okay. Hey.
We need to, once you see talking about it. This time, and
Because remember the last time they got mad for that kind of stuff. But, so that's why.
Milton Avalar? It's
What is it?
Yeah.
That's her, okay.
That's what, Ramona was coming to talk to me. I think it's a Unlawful or an author.
You see.
But I don't know if he's hearing that. She's just giving us a heads up.
I don't think they're here yet, Judge. Just a heads up.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are we doing it? Oh, that's.
You saw this one firm that I'll leave this packet that you went over the attorney, application, sign form, initial forge, especially. You saw us swear that all information on this affidavit that you signed for Jones verification.
Stat piece. The interpreter.
Page 2, 502. I mean,
Oh.
So sorry.
she chose 10 o'clock.
Right.
And so here.
We're still waiting for the lawyer, Miss Sabrina. So I'll give you a heads up when they appear.
Okay, no
Thanks.
problem.
So.
May I approach them?
Yeah.
They're mid-board dire. They're beginning board dire now in Judge Rice Court. Now, I am awaiting an affidavit from the complainant. So,
Set it for a week then, you know. I'll waive the appearance for the next setting, just because there's nothing for him to really
Yes, Your
need.
Honor.
But I want to get this case wrapped up, so can you let him know to make a decision on which one he wants to do? We'll come back in a week and then we'll see. If it's the 18-week class, what we do is we will set the case off for 5 weeks, and they must have at least 4 classes done by the next setting. If they have it done, set them off for another 5 weeks for them to get another 4 classes done. If they don't get it done, they get put to trial. Because I'm not going to sit here and micromanage a case that's 200 to 300 days old.
And then with the online portion.
Then we'll set it for a couple weeks for them to get it done, because it's only a 4-hour class.
Okay.
Then that's it.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay? Sure. See you in a week.
I appreciate it, Curtis.
Absolutely.
Second. We're just one.
Yeah.
Hi.
Good morning, Judge.
Hi.
I have Ms. Davila on docket today. Davila.
Okay.
We submitted the mitigation packet and the application for the DWI PTI program. They kicked it back. We got it notarized. I'm trying to send it in right now, but I'm unable to because the Wi-Fi is not acting right. So can we get maybe like a week reset to allow them to make a decision on her?
Yeah, just get it submitted today,
Yes, sir.
please, so that we know. If they say no, she has to be back here, so we can just taking care of it. If they say yes, she's got to be back here, so we can send her to go do a TRAS. If it's no decision has been made, it'll be waived, and then I'll email them and say what the heck is going on. So I don't want her to be here for nothing, but if it's a yes or no, she got to be here. If it's a I don't know yet, then I wait. Okay? Yes. Got it. Yes, ma'am. Thanks.
All right, there you go.
No, this was fine, just.
Stick around there. They're all okay. When I say this particular one, we're along, these things are actually words. Some of the people they have this actually without person with the team, you actually put it on some content, application on it. There's stuff like I wasn't very about this. I guess you said, I think something conspiracies. I think you put no, you said no, you could. I guess you shouldn't. That must be smart. It's all about energy. Possible, yes, some some days are all there will be different things.
Judge, may we approach?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Hi.
Judge, I'm here on an off-docket matter. I have a client that has a warrant. I brought him in to request a bond.
Hey, what's the cause? Oh, this is this. Okay. Did you get the cause number, Steve?
Sure.
Then bring him in, please. You might bring him up?
Yes, absolutely. Mr. McQueen?
Judge, we have a PSR, so I'll bring it up to you.
Your phone on tape.
Orion McQueen.
Yeah, I have one.
Anthony's got it. Mr. McQueen, you're charged with indecent assault. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and won't be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. On April 4th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a sexual assault call and contacting the complaining witness, who stated that her and the defendant, her stepfather, were on their way home. The defendant began talking about the CW's boyfriend and then stated he wishes that she was his so he could, and this is quoting directly, Your Honor,
say it,
taste her, fuck her, and that her innocence draws him towards her. Once inside the residence, the defendant came up from behind the complaining witness, wrapped his arms around her, and proceeded to kiss and lick the side of the complaining witness's neck. The complaining witness attempted to get away from the defendant, but the defendant restrained her until they fell to the floor. And the complaining witness was able to break free, run to her room, and lock the door. The complaining witness is 19 years old.
Mr. McQueen, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. I'm now issuing what's called a magistrate's order of emergency protection. This is a court order that identifies her as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you violate this court order, the state can and probably will file a violation of a protective order, and that is the capital murder of misdemeanors. Don't pick up a violation of protective order.
Yes, sir.
You're ordered not to have any contact and not to be in possession of weapons. Okay. Okay, so now we need to talk about a bond. Guys, what say you?
Your Honor, due to the nature of the case and the defendant's criminal history, this stable request of the $5,000 bond be set.
What, was that 5,000, Judge? 5,000 is fine, Judge.
Okay, I'm going to set your bond per agreement of the parties at $5,000. Do you have a bonding company here now?
We do.
Okay, I'll allow you to walk out with your bonding company. Do not pick up any new cases. Do not. He has 2 prior AFMs. One of them against the same complaining witness. Can you please let me know?
Yes, Your Honor, if I can just have a moment.
Yeah.
No, I know. He wants to make sure it's not.
I don't know if, I see
It's
2
not-
AFMs.
not the
I'm
same
just not.
I don't believe it is the same person, Your Honor, from what I have.
Small baby.
Case.
Like 10 years.
It is not some complaining witness, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll set your bond at like I said, at 5,000. Don't pick up any new cases. Don't do anything to violate the conditions of this bond. Otherwise, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All I want is my community safe. And I'm going to do everything in my power to protect it. So we'll have you now. Since reset or no?
Are they posting their own bond?
Yeah.
And we don't.
Yeah, we're not going to do a reset at this time because what'll happen is he'll get a 7-day. We can't essentially. So once he goes post bond, you will get a 7-day setting. Just reach out to Victoria, email, and then we can give you a further date so you just don't have to come back in a week.
Thank you, Judge.
We'll have him sign all his conditions. Now, do not leave until you sign your conditions, and after that, we'll let you go. And then we'll let him go with the bonding company.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, guys. All right. So do you mind filing the MOAB and the conditions, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
And against that TC bond.
All right, Sean, you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hey,
How are you?
what's the,
Go pick a jury, so having some fun.
are you next door?
An 8.
Oh, an 8.
Yeah, there's one going on at 7 too, though. So I'm approaching on that, remember we had the Doug Evans plea and there was the superfine issue about whether it should be issued or not. And you had put it in place, but told me to just, bring something back to you. Wasn't sure the exact means about how to address it because I don't think it's on the judgment. So I don't know if it's something that we just tell probation or if it needs to be a pro tunc. But I found the code and how it speaks to the final conviction aspect of it. Because he just started getting text today about having to start paying it.
Okay.
And so I was like, well, let me get in here real quick. And,
Give me a
on
second.
it.
Let me, you know what? I'm going to also reach out to my staff as well, my staff lawyer to see essentially how we go around.
And can I give you a
Yes.
code section just to have on hand?
Give it to me.
Okay, so it is 709-001 subsection B. Yeah, and then that's where you'll see the final conviction language there. about it. Okay, great. And if you need me to come back or file or anything like that, feel free to call or.
Let me, because I want to make sure I don't like to do things the wrong way. So let me send an email, give me a couple hours.
Sure.
And then I can get back to you.
I'll try and come by for maybe on a break or something like that.
Do you have the cost number handy?
Yes, I do. It is 251-8349.
Thanks.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate you.
Thanks. Guys, come on up. You ready?
Morning, Judge.
Hi.
I'm here on an off-docket matter. It's a request to amend bond conditions that is unopposed by the DA's office. My client, I guess we'll give the case number.
What's the cost number?
It's 2553235.
Is this on Miss Iwoma?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Okay.
The situation is that her husband has been given a promotion, and in late May, I think May the 27th, 26th, is being transferred to Blythewood, South Carolina, which is near Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay.
And she would request that she be allowed to go to South Carolina with her husband and appear either virtually at court appearances or be allowed to fly back to Houston for court appearances.
I don't think that there are any travel restrictions now, but it's a DWI second. So she must still comply with the conditions that she has as far as whether she has an interlock, whether she has a scram, whatever the conditions are. I'm okay with her going. I don't care where she goes, as long as she's in compliance with the bond conditions and she doesn't pick up any new cases. That's my only concern.
That's fine.
Did you get the cause number, Anthony?
Judge, do we want to make adjustments to the random drug test requirement?
No, I don't want to do anything special. I mean, she's got to remain in compliance. So the problem is that she may get called upon to do drug or alcohol or drug testing. If she does, she's going to have to go to a Quest diagnostic wherever she is. She could get that done there. I will not accept Punka City, a better drug test, because I want a reputable lab that's ASCLD certified, and I know that's not something where you can just buy a result. And I think that Quest is, pretty reputable. So if she gets called upon to do a drug test, she needs to go to a Quest, and it's on her to get it to you guys, to get it to us, so we know. She's still going to have to come down. Does she have an interlock or does she have a scram? She's still going to have to come down to get it calibrated.
Okay.
So that's on her to come down to get it calibrated. And I don't know how often. She probably does that like once a month, I would imagine. So she's still going to have to get that done. That's not something that you can do remotely. So as long as she's in compliance, I'm okay where she goes there.
It's in the calibration period to make it every 2 months. Could you extend the calibration to every 60 days rather than every 30?
Because then I don't know if she's like out there and it'll take a while for me to, because theoretically, I'll extend it to 60 days. It's going to get her time to get over here. It takes me at least a couple of weeks to get it. So if she drinks on that day, I'll get the violation in 90 days. And then it just,
sure.
Yeah. So the thing is I can't show you guys favorable treatment that I wouldn't show to anybody else.
Right.
I want to be fair to every single person. Everybody gets treated the right way. So they're the same way. So I'm not saying no, but you just have to comply with the conditions.
Okay.
It may be more arduous because you're going there, but hey, that's the cost of doing business.
Can she, when her court's appearance is set, she needs to, I'm sorry?
Your appearance is waived.
Oh, okay, perfect.
We waive everybody's appearance. As long as you're in compliance, we may never even see you. Well, this is a second, so it's definitely gonna, at some point we're gonna see her.
Right, calculation done. All right, well, that's all we have, Judge. Thank you for your time.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, let me do the bail order before I forget.
Yeah, that should be, that's probably good. And the motion for Smith and interview that. Unless we supervise on the side of the leads, needs to see what's still. In see these, these the transfer on no power. She's basically on well, actually, it's leaving, I think, next week on Monday. Then go to San from the actual and she knows the one she knows about this. I love it. Yes, it's what it's just offering that you should. So much.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Got Prairie Council on your docket again. We worked out a 4-year deferred upstairs. And he's applying for interstate compact. They pushed us to Monday to get the supporting documentation. Judge, I talked to Mr. Jurisic by email yesterday, and he's made a time served offer on the DWI here. I wanted to see if that's something the court's willing to accept, but that time
It's a
served.
first, right?
It is a first.
I'm okay with that.
That offer is dependent on him entering the plea on the deferred. So if we'll push to Monday, he's got a plea on the deferred to get he hasn't pled on the deferred because we pushed to Monday so he can apply for interstate compact. Because he's a California resident.
Come up, Mr. Greathouse.
Is that okay? Okay, just check. Probably around the 180 mark, I think it was.
Of course, I don't have a problem with it. But yeah, you have to be very, very careful. You know, here in our court, we do the fugitive cases. So I handle all the cases here where someone gets arrested in Harris County for an open warrant they may have in any other state, Wyoming, Delaware, California, Oklahoma. If you have a warrant that originates in another state and you're arrested here in Harris County, I handle all those cases. One of the cases that is most difficult and frustrating to deal with are the interstate compact cases. And she's shaking her head over there because it really is. She's our fugitive prosecutor. Because if you do something to violate conditions where they have to issue an interstate compact warrant and you end up in jail, you will sit there for months on end waiting for anything to resolve, waiting for the interstate compact people to do whatever they need to do to resolve cases. So if you are getting on this deferred upstairs, which is a very serious deferred, right? And you violate conditions and they have to issue a warrant, you could be months upon months sitting in jail. So the only thing I'm trying to tell you is take it seriously. Don't take it as a joke. Everything is done on timing. So you got to do stuff on time. Don't take off. It's the worst thing that you could possibly do when you're on a deferred. Just do what you're supposed to do and everything ends up well. When you don't, on these interstate compact cases, it's a complete nightmare. You want Monday?
Yeah, please.
Absolutely. Okay, so we'll push you off Monday and then we'll see you then. Okay.
Monday, the 21st.
Hey, hi, Alan.
How are you today?
Good morning.
I'd like to first approach Mr. Milton Eduardo Avalar.
Okay.
Mr. Avalar, we completed the documents. He signed them yesterday, and then he's here today, and we hand signed them. So
you can't
hand sign.
Hand sign. Okay, great. So we'll just give you a normal reset.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you. And then regarding Mr. Reginald Wayne James, the gentleman who's got the new charge for murder. Got ABI in this court.
You said the last name was James?
Yes, sir. Reginald
Is he in custody?
Wayne James. He's in custody. Yes, sir. And I have a cause number if that would help.
No, I got it now. Okay. Right, the murder case.
Yes, sir. So I can see that the 176 has its next court date set for the 25th of June.
Yeah, we usually do no more than 30 days, just so that no one gets, I am going to revoke the assault. I'll set it at 5,001.
Okay.
And then let's just do 30 days just to make sure, because sometimes people move stuff up and I just don't want them to get forgotten about. So do 30 days. When we come back in 30 days, if nothing's changed, then we'll give you that date after the 25th.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Go.
Yes. Everything, we're good? Signed? Okay.
Thank you.
Money.
Thanks for your help.
So 5,001 on Mr. Jones. Yeah.
Maybe holding 3 days, let's do it for month. Especially when I'm doing anything like. It's a short video.
Hey, how come Court 7's trying a case? I always hear that we can't try a case.
We're already in. What's your question? In 30 days, right now is on this 700. Or the second option, just in after the. Yeah, so. You're gonna be out with the following week.
I was gonna email this, but I'm gonna be glad to explain, but I'll email it anyway.
Which day?
So, actually, Verizon Red, and we ran into a situation before, and I think to fix it, we just send a copy that was signed. And I think Dave talked to the judge about this, and I was explaining like the time order we should. So the one that we took, but I know Dave remembers speaking about it, and what I told him, I think he was like advocating, like, it's fine, you accept it, but.
Oh, did you sign?
I was like, let's just do it over, we can order sign. So it's at the downstairs. And then the defender refused to sign.
Is Avalar still
And
there?
he refused to wait and refused to sign.
The judge then said no.
He didn't sign the order. It was like a teletype thing. He only signed the service return. Those we don't file those until the sheriff's return. And we still don't take those as orders technically, even though it says defendant refused to waive in the service return. It's not the actual order. It's just a specific for discern for the out of county, just picking, like, us picking them up on the out of county warrants.
So we don't use their check order.
Yeah, we have because we have the teletype of the waiver form and the refusal order. But that is signed, it's just like the stamp. It's like,
Okay.
so I'm probably gonna email to PC Court, something that judge down there to sign.
Okay.
That would be filed back, I think, order, saying that the judge signed it on this phase. at the clinic usually, but I wanted to give you a heads up. You don't require an order when it comes to the PLP package, you know, just something similar to the judge understands that I refuse to like.
Did you have anybody else, Alan?
You know, on the order, we have just any signature store, the judge understands. Okay, I'll move it over. Okay.
Thank you.
I'll email Nolan.
Okay.
Just checking. Yes.
Hey, it's 6.
Oh, they can bump. Oh, it's not, yeah, Jeff, on the coin, did you want state farm conditions? The one that we were doing the walkthrough for?
Yeah, it's he filed bond conditions and no contact and no weapons so that it outlives the mullet.
And we should mow out the right side. Okay. So I haven't been able to get it.
It might take, like Deeds is working slow today, so it might take a little bit to get.
So once I get
But once,
I'll probably print it out and do it again.
yeah, you don't have to sit here and wait. As soon as we get all of it, we'll just bring him up, he'll sign it, and they can walk out with the bonding company. Some bonding companies that wait. But
And he's not gonna be here.
right, he just walks out back with the bonding company, posts a bond, and then you get the set, whenever it gives you the 7-day setting, just email them. It's gonna take a while to get. Do you have anything yet?
No, it's.
Hey. Let me make sure he's filed it too.
Okay, I will.
And I already emailed all the individuals.
Okay, Alan.
Good morning, Your Honor. I wanted to reapproach on the MOEP for Mr. Avalar.
Okay.
Specifically in the orders, it still says that he is prohibited from going near the residence of a member.
No, I took it off.
So that was my recollection, Your Honor.
Oh, maybe we didn't do it on the new one. And the new one, we forgot to do it.
So, Judge, I know that you took it off. I was just, I'm sorry, this was, I just wasn't here when we were doing it. What the specific reason was for taking off the residency? Because my understanding based on the RIP and everything is that they're not together. They're no longer together.
I thought you said that they wanted to have contact.
So it wasn't him, Your Honor. I don't think he's surprised to all that has happened over the last week.
Come up, Mr. Avalar.
Okay, you know what, I see a note, John, I'll pick up the.
Thank you.
We're good?
Yeah, I didn't see the note from the.
So, because I thought that they're still together.
I don't think about the fire or any of that stuff, Your Honor, so I think.
That's because there was a fire, he was going to help her or something like that, and so that's why the new case is.
Yes, I'm aware about that part. I had contact with her, I think a few days before, John did, and I didn't see John, so my apologies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can just write this one, Judge, and I'll make copies, because I'm gonna have to paper file.
So do it on this one or?
You can do it on this one.
So I put, look, is this a film? It's exactly. So
We can do that, but I know that this will only last 61 days. After 61 days, they're not going to follow this. That's how so, I mean, we can keep it going.
But I've still got it on the other.
On the, if you have it on the bond conditions,
Yeah, I've got it on bond conditions.
You can sign on this one as well.
Yeah. Miss Wright.
And I'll give them.
Hi, good morning. How's it going?
Oh, well, I wanted to approach and, I know the DAs have kind of moved around. Let me get my case number. My phone just did something silly. It's Andy, Cruz. Pulling it up. I'm sorry. My phone did something done.
Okay.
I asked the DA, I know that the issue, with the, blood, I mean, the breath. And so, they're going to eval for a dismissal, and I just want to see if we can maybe do a couple of weeks.
Well, it's 193 days old.
I know.
I'm getting harangued because all my cases are way too old. I mean, how long will it take you to eval the case?
Not long, Judge. I just need to, I just need to get with our blood experts and figure out
Okay.
the exact, once I get cleaned up, extrapolation back, so it shouldn't take them more than a couple of days to get back.
Well, it's gonna give you at least a week.
That's
You know,
fine.
The week and then come back and then, I mean, if this is something that your client's also willing or wanting to do PTI, Elena, if you can have him also start working on the packet just in case,
Yes, sir.
you know? So let's do a week and then come back and let us know whether you want to go forward or not.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks.
Good morning. I'm good.
Guys, you ready? Or no?
Oh, we're good, Joanna.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, wait, but you're going to take that. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. On, my supervisor, you know, and on close meeting. Let me get your call.
Yes, it's fine. It's still.
251-8349. I don't know if we need to do a no to take off the fee.
Supervisor, is it a condition?
I put it on,
Yes.
but we need to satisfy just the supervisory, the DPS.
Oh, the DPS?
Yeah, just the DPS. I was wrong in putting it on.
Yeah, it's gonna be released there already.
Ms. Hudson, hey, good morning.
Approaching all of them, asking for the first time, I have two.
Okay,
Requesting a reset date. We submitted her mitigation packet back in March, on March 25th. And from my understanding, we're still waiting on the state to review it and give us an answer.
do you have everything?
Your Honor, I believe we do have everything.
Okay. I'm gonna do a week. It's 205 days old. So 1 week must appear if there's a decision so that we can send for a TRAS. If they say no, then here to take care of the case. Who else do you have?
The second one is Crystal Gonzalez.
All right,
And I was actually informed today that she's accepted into the PTI program. So we just need to get her contract,
She, okay, so you've done everything. So do you have the contract yet?
I do not have the contract yet. He just told me that she was.
Why have they not sent the contract? It's 262 days old.
Sure, it looks like they approved her today. They approved her today, so I'm not sure, and the TRS is still pending.
So it's a schedule.
Hey, can you tell me if the TRS is done on Crystal Gonzalez?
There's no TRS for biological.
Okay, then I'm sending her right now.
Yes, sir.
Is she here?
Yes, she.
Okay, we need to send her right now.
Yes, sir.
We need to send her, please, for a TRS. Let's set it for a couple days, maybe like 3 days, so that we know that it gets done. And then we'll fast track it to Ms. Gomez. That way they have it and they can get you the contract. Okay?
Yes, sir. And will her parents be waived for that date?
If it's done, yes. Okay. If for some reason she doesn't get it done, then she's got to be here and she's got to, we're setting up a trial or taking something.
Okay.
But I'm like literally fast, it's 260 days, so I'm fast tracking this as much as I can. So if she gets it done, we'll set it for, I guess, Monday. Okay, appearance waived. If she doesn't go get it done today, then it's plea or trial. If she gets it done, we'll set it to get the TRS and then send it to them and then to get you the contract that day.
Yes, sir. Thank
Okay?
you.
Yes, ma'am. Hi.
I'm Al.
Please. This is on Helsinki. Al-Salkini.
Yes, Your Honor. That's the only issue we may run into. Your Honor, we have reached a resolution in this matter. The state has made another offer, which my client is interested in. However, I'm taking into consideration the language barrier here. I'm not sure, but I have to double check.
I have a translator.
No, I'm saying, he understands that an offer is a BIP class. The thing is, I'm trying to see if the BIP class is offered in Arabic. That may be the only thing.
It's an online?
Yes, I'm quite sure they can.
Hold on.
Yeah.
It's an online bid class?
Yes, sir. I haven't seen one, so I didn't want that to be an issue when it comes to timeliness.
I usually have experience on these courses. Usually they provide an interpreter.
Okay. They'll
Even
provide.
even for the classes.
Okay. Is that something we have to request prior to?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
For each class.
Okay.
I'm sorry to just interrupt. I was
That's
just
okay.
sharing my
That's all right.
experience.
Okay. Because most of them I've seen are English or Spanish, but I didn't know if that would be.
Arabic and French too.
Okay.
So how are we going to get that done? I mean, his case is 227 days old. I'm going to give you guys a couple weeks to get it done.
Yes, we can figure it out. I'll figure it out.
And then I'm going to tell him I'm setting his case for trial.
I'll figure it out.
So-
If she gave a possible alternative as far as getting an interpreter in to assist with the course, so I can.
Mr. Al-Salkini, come up.
I didn't know that was out there, an option.
Okay, guys, I'm going to have a translator interpret, so please keep quiet. Okay, Ms. Kuja, thank you for coming. Will you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear to interpret word for word what transpires here?
I swear.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Al-Salkini, you were charged with assault of a family member.
مرحبا أستاذ السكين أنت هنا اليوم بتهمة الاعتداء على أحد أفراد الأسرة.
Your case is old at 227 days.
ملفك قديم هو 267 يوم.
Okay. It appears that you have worked out a plea bargain agreement that you wish to accept.
حضرتك اتفقت على يعني إدانة اللي يعني ناقشت إدانة واتفقت عليها، حابب تتفق على هذه الإدانة؟
No.
Yes.
Due to the age of the case, I'm giving you 2 weeks to complete this class.
بما إنه الملف قديم راح أعطي حضرتك أسبوعين من شان تخلص الحصص.
If it is not complete, your case will be set for trial.
إذا ما تم انتهاء أو استكفاء الحصص بأسبوعين فراح أرسل ملفك للمحاكمة.
Okay, so we'll give you whatever day you want, and then we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah,
Good luck, sir.
Thank you, so.
Thanks. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Ms. Kuja. You're excused.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Hi. Yes, ma'am. Hi, good morning.
I was appointed to Mr. Mendoza on your in-custody docket.
So I'll ask you.
He has 2 cases of assault, family violence that was a prior bond forfeiture, and a failure to ID. I was appointed this morning on those cases and we have filed bail orders.
Okay.
On the older, we're requesting PR bonds, sir. On the old assault, family violence, he did let me know, he was in communication with his attorney and the his appearances were being waived over an ERD court. I do show a reset from July 1st saying he doesn't need to appear and setting it for July 3rd where he does need to appear and his signatures are not on it. And he said he did not know. But
He picked up a felony violation of a bond condition.
that's correct, Your Honor. That was filed as a to-be warrant.
I don't know anything about the cases and I haven't spoken to him in a very long time. Does he speak English?
He does, yes, sir.
Great. I'm going to have him. Is he bringing him in? He has not made bond on the felony case, so.
That's correct.
Good morning, Mr. Mendoza.
Morning, sir.
Sir, you're charged with 2 cases with us. You were charged with assault of a family member. You're now also charged with failure to identify oneself to a peace officer while being a fugitive from justice. That allegation kicks it up to a Class A, so you're also facing a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. This case the assault is a year old. I have no idea what is going on with it, so I'm going to have you refresh my memory real quick. What happened, please?
On the AFM?
Please. On all 3.
So on the AFM, which is the original charge, on April 6, 2024, officers spoke with the complainant witness who stated she was involved in a physical altercation with the defendant after the defendant became upset with her over food and struck her several times with a closed fist in the nose and mouth, causing her pain and visible injury. Officer observed the complainant witness to have a swollen bottom lip with a small laceration, and she was holding a bloody towel that she used for her nose. Defendant was identified by his Texas driver's license, and the defendant and the complainant witness have been in a dating relationship for 8 years. So that's the oldest AFM. Do you want me to do the felony?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
So on the felony, on June 4th, 2024, officer responded to a disturbance call and spoke with the complaining witness. Complaining witness stated the husband threw her on the wall after she called his mom to complain of his behavior. Complaining witness said she had a protective.
I didn't hear any of that.
Officer, on June 4th, 2024, officer responded to a disturbance call and spoke with the complaining witness. Complaining witness stated that her husband threw her against the wall after she called his mom to complain of his behavior. And then she stated that she had a protective order against the defendant. And then the failed to ID. On April 11th, 2025, officer dispatched to an unknown disturbance call for service. Officers arrived on scene, knocked on the door. Officers observed a male come to the door, but quickly move out of the way, not wanting to answer the door. Officers observed the defendant walking out of the door stating that he was only having a verbal argument with his wife.
So
Officers-
now a new fight with, and that's what brings the cops to the house?
I believe so. Officer spoke to the female on scene. Officer stated the female was not answering questions due to not wanting to get the defendant in trouble. Officer observed the name and date of birth the defendant provided to officers were not coming through a TCIC search. Officers advised the defendant that if he does not have proper name and date of birth, he'll be charged with failure to identify. The defendant then confessed and provided his real name and date of birth. The defendant stated he did not want to go to jail for a warrant that he had. And then the officer observed that he had a felony and misdemeanor warrant.
The reason I'm trying to, you speak English, right?
Yes, sir.
The reason I'm trying to figure what's going on is because she's asking me to give you a PR bond, but we've given you bond after bond after bond. You've been in flight status for about nearly a year. And now when the cops come to try to talk to you, you try to evade again. You know what I mean? Are we just going to continue to give you chance after chance? You continue to you just don't give a shice about bond conditions, man. Really? I mean, you know, I get it that he may have not signed it or whatnot, but you can't just be out of sight, out of mind for an entire year and expect good things to happen. I mean, really, we've given you PR bond after PR bond. It would just, at some point, I have to say when, so that you know we mean business. There's no more revolving doors, you know? Really?
Your Honor, the original AFM, it looks like they did do a RIP call. The complainant advised that the reason that she had a bloody nose is because she does drugs and was doing cocaine. He did have the PR bond. The VPO was a 2B warrant, so he wasn't given bond and didn't come on that one.
Yeah, but he had warrants out for both. Apparently knew about them. So
Well, it didn't say that he knew about the felony warrant.
Well, I don't know, but
warrant out.
But you can't make believe that he knew.
I mean, I can, if you want a bond reduction, I'm willing to give you a bond reduction. I'm not going to give you another PR bond, dude. Really, I'm just, no more PR bonds. And you know, you've got these cases out. Just, you can't out of sight, out of mind. And the only reason you're here now is because you got into another damn argument. So, Mr. Mendoza, I'm now issuing another protective order on this case. And I want you to understand that the Texas Constitution does not allow me, but in extremely limited circumstances, to have a hearing to hold someone at zero bond. This is now one of those cases. If you continue to violate protective orders, we can have a hearing to hold you at no bond. Do you understand? I don't want you to have contact with this person. No means no. Doesn't mean, please, baby, get me out of jail. Every phone call is recorded. Take note when you're making phone calls. Every phone call is recorded. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm not asking for much. All I want are my streets to be safe. And if you can,
Yes, sir.
just don't have any contact, don't have any weapons, and that's it.
Sir.
If you want a bond reduction, I'm happy to give it to you, but I'm not going to just continue to give homeboy PR bond after PR bond after PR bond. Just not, you know.
Would the court be willing to reduce the bonds for $1,000?
I'll cut it in half. So on the assault, 2,500. I'm going to leave the failure to ID as is. But I'm telling you now, I don't know if you're going to get out, but if you do, there is a residential restriction. You cannot go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
No alcohol, no illegal drugs. You will be randomly tested. No contact and no weapons. Do you mind? All I need you to do is file the MOA because we'll have him, you know, pre-trial is going to, you know, make sure that you're in compliance. All right, Mr. Mendoza. So what we'll do is the felony, the felony case is set for June. So what we'll do is, I don't like to set the people for more than 30 days, so you just don't get forgotten about. We can set you for 30 days, come back, and then, you know, go from there. Okay? All right. Yes, ma'am. Thanks. So 2503 on the assault.
And it's 25.
Yeah, 2503. So I remember that there's.
Okay, did you leave the same day? Waive appearance on mitigation. All right. Yeah. Or I'm sorry, I said the following, funny group policy.
Okay, so we, okay, so we reviewed, very fast. Yes.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, so you put it out, you guys.
Council for reset.
What was the defendant's name, Coach, for Lindsay's guy that you wanted to do 2503?
Say it again.
What was the defendant's name for Lindsay's guy that came?
Mendoza, page 31.
Okay.
My phone came by Colin. So we said it's Joshua Norton. Colin, it's a close one. And he has 7 months. Colin Lawrence and
Basically,
I'm also.
Right.
Right, I'm going to do
The MOAP should be, do you guys know how to sign a motion to revoke or motion to adjudicate? Anyone?
I can do that, Judge.
You know, yeah, great. There's one in there, please. Hi.
Good morning, Judge.
Hi, come on up. Let's dance.
We are approaching on Mr. Cassius Bond. He's in custody, fugitive case.
Bond?
Bond.
Bond wants a bond?
No, he does not. He signed a waiver. We're approaching to see if you want to admonish him, which I think he would need.
Stupid computer.
Oh, we got it on Docket.
They've had the same experience all morning.
It's like we're already fighting enough, you know, now we have to fight the computers too? Really?
Okay, is everything in?
This is something, I mean, it must be giving me someone else's. I'm seeing like a reset, an attorney of record, bail condition for no, that's a costa.
Listen.
I can't even open up my envelope and box
It's up
to.
and down, Judge.
That's usually you gotta lay it.
So what's the problem? What happened? Because I can't look at anything. Nothing's
So,
working.
Judge, she has cases from Tennessee. I'm not sure that's what you're asking, but he hadn't signed a waiver yet. We just got that
Okay,
signed.
so yeah, do you mind bringing up Mr. Bond? Cassius Bond? No, Bond is the last name.
Okay.
Thanks. Let's do this. Maybe if I entered in anyway. All right, so theft of property, identity theft times 10.
Yes.
Fraudulent use of a debit card, 60,000 to 250,000. Wow. And he's on deferred for burglary of a habitation.
That I believe he just took. Yeah, he just.
Oh, yeah,
And he wasn't aware that he had a hold whenever he took that offer money.
Good morning, Mr. Bond. Good morning. Shh. So the reason I'm bringing you out now is you need to make a decision on what you would like to do. You are wanted out of the state of Tennessee, specifically the county of Rutherford, for theft of property, 60,000 to 250,000, identity theft times 10, fraudulent use of a debit card from 60,000 to 250,000. You're wanted for those whole host of charges. There are two things that you can do. Well, specifically three things. So they want you. You can either waive extradition. If you waive extradition, we give Tennessee 14 days to come get you. If they don't come get you within the 14 days, Harris County releases you. If that happens, that warrant will always remain in effect. And it will always remain in effect until you go back to Tennessee and take care of it. The problem is if you don't, at some point, it's going to hose you because you just entered into a deferred upstairs on a Berg hab. So if you are in the middle of your deferred upstairs and then all of a sudden you get taken there and you spend 2 years there, you're going to get hosed on this probation here. So the idea is that you try to take care of everything now while you're still have the understanding of upstairs. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
The other thing that you can do is you're going to request a bond, but I don't know if I'm going to give you a bond. You know, the other thing is you can fight extradition by saying, you know, hey, it's not me. They got the wrong person. So what I can do is I can, you know, put you back now, have you talk to the lawyer that we've appointed you to see what you want to do. Okay? Do you have any questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I guess let me know what you want to do and go from there. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks.
Judge, we're having the bills assigned to.
Okay. You need me to sign it? Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
What are the candidates? Nah, it's hard. Everything about cases like. You know, I'm good. Not simple.
You want to go through the list? Vic?
There's more commending him on the ball, correct? Is he excited? I'm scared.
All right, Judge, page one, Alexander. Arraignment was set for 4/8, and they asked for a reset and not it, still no pictures.
Who? 5,002. Hey.
Hi, Judge.
Hey.
He signed the waiver.
Okay.
We are gonna roll it to the 17th to see if he wants to keep it or if he wants to ask for a bond. I'm gonna do a little bit more investigating, talk to his family, see what's going on in Tennessee, see if there's anything that I can do on my end.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll go ahead and submit this today.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Sorry for you.
Yeah. Thank you, Judge.
Thanks. I still don't have a mode.
It's in pending right now.
I got it. All right.
Okay. That's good. It's right there. You can scan it as a. Okay. Don't worry. Go ahead.
Are you ready for the next one?
I'm curious to see what happens. Yeah. Or whatever she's starting to do. Yeah.
Don't have any signs.
Colorado.
Oh, it's a.
I don't know where else.
Yeah, it's a.
Get from the video. They are. All right, so some, this is going on, process, yes. The advice, she's going to need to pretty much some. They are. I see. Still going. I'm trying to get good emotions. Yeah, so we really accept it. Oh, she got she won't pay again.
Yeah, 5,002 on Alexander.
Isn't she? Judge, can you try understanding that moment someone does have a.
Okay. It's already gone. I'm gonna. Okay. It's where?
All the way up.
You're ready?
Is you got 5,002, right? On.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
Next one is.
I'm trying to unsign it. So slow.
Right now, okay, I'll do that.
The next three are set for dismissal.
Yeah.
It's everything's moving like at a snail's pace.
Record judge versus review. Okay, that thing is.
Okay, to unsign it.
Say it again. I just.
Okay.
Yeah. Understood.
Page 7, J. Alvarado.
Judge, I'm here on that one.
Okay,
Judge, so this case was simple enough, class and dismiss.
The issue is it turned complicated because she took the class, scored 53, and so she didn't pass it.
but it's just, what class did she take?
Anti-theft class.
I mean, really, it's not that hard of a class.
Here's what I could say, Judge. A lot of these clients are from Latin American countries.
They have them in Spanish.
They do, but even then, they're not, a lot of them have very little education.
I'm willing to give you another week.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll tell her.
another week. If she doesn't have it done, she's got to be here.
Okay.
I'm no more waived appearances.
Understood.
So 1 week, must appear.
All right. We'll get that done. Thank you, Judge. And
Sure,
hopefully pass
of
it. All right. Thank you.
The next one, Judge, the 1 week brings you out to April 22nd through the 24th. Next, Judge, is page 8, Duarte, set for dismissal. I haven't heard from counsel, but the defendant is here.
Okay. Did you file conditions on? Did we get conditions on McQueen or not?
Judge, required to.
I'll let him know.
Okay.
So anything state's found, I can't even view. So I might use just paper file.
Okay. Did you file conditions on McQueen? It should have been, I think, Sebastian. It should have been a mow-up and then no contact and no weapons.
Yes, Your Honor, that one, sorry, give me 1 second.
I don't know if you did or not.
I don't see something there.
I have the motion for bond conditions on McQueen, Your Honor, but I filed those. For some reason, our system was not letting me file the actual MOAB. So I'm having Sebastian do it right now. He's working on it right now.
So, I mean, Mr. Duarte has had since December
This judge.
to get this class done, so roll it to tomorrow.
Okay. Next, Judge, is page 12, Layton. Counsel emailed the certificate asking for the dismissal to be filed. I forwarded to the state. earlier.
This is Lathan.
Yes.
Who do you send it to, do you know?
She sent it to Blaze, and I forwarded to both of y'all to see if y'all would be able to file it. And Blaze done. But I didn't know if there was anything else. Was that all they had to do? There was nothing else? That's why I forwarded it to y'all to make sure. Sometimes I. Judge, on page 21 and 22, Smith, what were the new bond amounts?
So 5,004 on the newer cases, and then 15,004 on the MHA.
Okay. Did you do the?
Right now.
Okay. And then pre-trial, do we have the results for Thomas? Yes, there were presumptive negative. On the system. This is the last, this is, maybe I'll start with the council of what developments, here's some one of it.
Our operation.
You don't want to come back on maybe. So how do we do it? If I'm looking at it, even though the bonus, the next one, in January. As long as you don't know. Oh. Yeah, so maybe that, get back. Yeah. Yes. Oh, on the phone. Yes. Would you mind reading so long? Yeah, that we all can follow them. You'll be. What do y'all want for it? Well, we're going now.
So anything else you
This was also a nice week. Push it there. I only have what she files on, but Queens and just like I want a treadmill most. But I'm getting some network privilege there.
What do they mean?
Site. 2-5-3-7.
And I did.
5-6.
He has his hands in a month. Probably more for. But they did, I will say. I'll give them a little.
I think the last one that we.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years. They always.
We didn't talk about that. Am I free to go?
It wouldn't just be kind of like. Over here. They always going somewhere else.
You guys may email this to somebody. She's been for quite a while.
If anyone else.
Thomas?
Yeah.
Was tested today, he was negative.
No, it's next week.
And I emailed the council, he said it was gonna swing by.
If that hits, it doesn't matter on them, so there's no rule about. So, you're good, you're set.
I'm gonna. I need to go back to mama. Now it's. Yeah, so work, thank you for your information. Me, ourselves.
Is this, so Thomas was clean?
Okay, that helps, that April 26th.
Yeah, it's not the negative.
Okay, great. So we'll do a reset. Same day's felony. Okay, to be tested again.
Thank you. Waiting on a moment. Right. Invoking box is taking forever, so I'm just doing that because I'm having network issues. I'll just make copies since it's fine. Is Sebastian gonna file a MOAB, John?
Yes. Yeah. Can. What I'll do is, how many cases are you waiting on stuff from Sebastian?
It's definitely now, because there's that one piece that just had all down and says that he's there. You can do paper, I mean, I'll take it. Okay, someone wants to get it out of your quality.
Dick, on Thomas, we'll set it for the same day as a felony to be tested again. Yeah, so, guys,
Say, you can sign for your reason. Judge wants to- Tomorrow. Did you bring the Okay. I'm gonna highlight your attorney information.
Yeah, I guess go ahead, yeah, you so, yeah. I'll just scan that one, you know, that way we can find it, but yeah. I trust you all.
Last is
There's
really
there's something like to go, so. We scan a piece. They want original signatures like, we can see our picture in one glass signature, so they can technically get glass signature, and that would be fine. And that's.
Thank you.
Oh, it's done, I guess we saw, I feel that one, you said, what? That one person. It's just the only two. Go ahead, just, I didn't. The whole thing, but. Yeah, I apologize for the handwriting. It's all. Why go, let's start that. Jimmy, keep this in your mouth. Hold on, scan it. I'll scan it. Yeah, the work I was talking about. Okay, thank you, sir.
John,
Appreciate you emailing.
Oh, take care, man.
Is it?
Have fun.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Steve.
So. Establish every for the day, so. I don't know, it's gonna be so bad. I think it happened because somebody had already got like the max on this, so it was okay to be overflow. But today we barely had any appointments. Here you go, you're free to go. Right. You're welcome. I think that's, is he waiting on the bottom something? Did you let him know?
Yeah, I told her, hey, so did he ever file the MOA? You know,
Judge,
on McQueen?
he had to go to ERD and is doing that right now, but I'm trying to see if I can do it through Cole's computer at the moment, and then that's.
This screwed everyone today.
Input inbox is working again. So
I mean, I don't want him to leave until we get him up signed. I mean, that's the bottom line.
I just didn't know, if you were still there waiting on the bottom.
Shreya? Anyone else?
Hi, Judge.
That's it, okay.
I'm
Hey,
here to make sure, good morning, that the Sydney Robinson dismissal's been signed.
No.
Has it been filed?
Yeah, it was signed it.
Oh, it was signed?
Yeah.
I lied. It's signed.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
It's just not entered in yet.
Okay, perfect, thanks.
Fine. What about the gentleman in back? What's your name, sir?
I'm borrowing company for him.
Ah, got it. Okay. We're waiting on an order for protection to be filed and the computers are all wonky today, so it's taken forever.
It looks like Sebastian filed more for Mendoza, but not Queen. And I don't need one on Mendoza.
No, this is how last one.
Hey, John. Yep. Are you able to print it out at least, or?
Yeah, I'm printing it right now. Good.
The standard executive order for changes.
We'll close up to just. So this, sorry.
You should message on the yeah. Okay, something's on, here's on thing.
Yeah. Should go over here.
Songs, yeah. Steph, Julian says, oh, perfect. Those snaps. As well. Names like and then I'll just make copies on.
Hi, Blaze. How's it going?
Got a jury.
Nice. What do you get here? Let me, we're done.
Just ready.
Sorry. Yeah.